I would like for you to consider marking my name when you go to the ballot or to cast your ballots. I strive to be the best magistrate possible. I strive to always be courteous and professional when dealing with people. I always listen to each case very carefully and apply the law and the facts that have been presented before me. Like I said earlier, as my job as a magistrate, it's very important to be fair and impartial, to make decisions only after I've given thoughtful consideration to the matters before me, and understanding the law and not being afraid to research it. If you don't understand it, research it. I've said in the last 3.5 years, I have probably read more than I have in the last 20. And every day I learn something new. It's amazing when you start reading the West Virginia State Code, you learn something new every day. I'll continue to be confidential in all matters that come through our office. I believe that's very important for a magistrate to be confidential. Once a warrant has been served on an individual, those files, unless they've been a juvenile, they become open to the public. But I don't feel it's my position as a magistrate to share that information with people. I don't talk about the cases when people come in. I don't want to hear their side of it or their opinion of it, and that is so hard in Pocahontas County because we all know everybody. Everybody knows everybody, and when you talk to your friends, they're like, "Hey, did you hear about?" Yep, don't want to talk about it because I can't hear it, you know. So I mean, it's a tough position that it puts you in. Sometimes you have to pull yourself back from your normal life that you lived before being a magistrate. I'll continue to work hard every single day to be the best magistrate that I can be for Pocahontas County. And I never have and never will take my position for granted. I honestly believe that success in any position kind of comes down to remembering the golden rule that you want to treat others as you would wish to be treated, because you never know whenever it could be somebody in your family, it could be one of your friends, it could be one of your kids' friends' parents, you know. It's a small community. You want to treat people right. You need to remember to always have honesty and dignity and integrity and respect, not only when you're in that office, but when you're in the outside world. When you're, not on duty, you have to always remember that the eye is on you because you are now a public official, and everybody wants to see how you're going to portray yourself in public.
Time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Graham, go ahead.
As I mentioned in the beginning of this whole segment, Pocahontas County is my home, and it's where I want to spend the rest of my life and be a part of the community for the rest of my life. And anything that I've ever set my mind to my whole life, I've excelled in it, whether it was in high school doing sports, winning state championships in track, or taking on extra responsibilities in my current job. I give my best effort to anything I'm ever a part of. If I'm elected magistrate, I will start every case from a place of neutrality and be fair and balanced, and try to do my best service for the community that I possibly can. And if I am elected your magistrate, I promise that I will continue to give my best effort and be the best member of the community possible. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Price?
Thank you. As magistrate, you're not just a public servant. You're a judicial official. And as that, you have to have higher standards, and you're held to a higher standard, and you have to carry on yourself as such. And as Cynthia stated, that's not just in the office, that's out of the office. Because you're not just a magistrate when you're inside the court, inside the building of the courthouse. You're a magistrate, and you hold that position at all times. And I believe I'm the most qualified out of the magistrates. 25 years of experience in the legal profession I would bring to the table. I would have compassion for those coming before me, to treat them honestly and fairly, and not judge them in any manner. And you can't bring any personal agendas to the table. All of that's aside. And there was a lot of talk about the community corrections program and day report, and that being an option for a lot of defendants. Well, myself and my husband were very instrumental in bringing that program to Pocahontas County. Myself and one other girl wrote the grant that brought the very first program in here, and my husband and a handful of other people went to Charleston and presented it, and we actually got more money than we were asking that initiated that program in Pocahontas County to start with. I would be the best person that I could be at all times, in the courtroom, out of the courtroom, in my office, at the grocery store, at the gas pump, at a sporting event. You be the best person that you possibly can be, and the rest will take care of itself. If you maintain your own internal dignity and integrity, you'll bring that to the office. And that's what has to be there, and that's what has to be consistent in all things that you deal with, in all matters of the courtroom, all matters of the job. You just have to be the best person that you possibly can be, and that will carry itself into being the magistrate and how you handle and treat people. And I ask for your vote anytime between now and May 10th. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Sharp?
Thank you. In closing, I want to say thank you to the voters that are listening out there, listening to us live. Thank you for taking time out of your evening, and thank you for Allegheny Mountain Radio for taking their time also to give us this opportunity to speak on the air. As I close, I just ask you, the voters, to investigate your candidates that are before you. If you have questions, do everything you can to get a hold of them. If you can't get a hold of them personally, I'm sure that you can find somebody in your neighborhood that knows. So I will close and say, in the core values that I mentioned in my opening, I will bring those to the office. I have demonstrated those in every public service that I've been involved in, and the magistrate's office will be no different. So I ask for your vote and support. Thank you for the ones who have early voted already, and looking forward to serving as your magistrate in Division 2. Thank you.
Thank you. And Ms. Wilfall?
Okay. As a rebuttal, I just want to let the citizens of Pocahontas County know that the three candidates that are running against me, talking about what they would bring to the office and everything, I want to let the citizens know I have done this for the last 3.5 years and done and brought everything that they say they're going to bring to the office. So with my closing statement, I just want to let you all know that prior to serving as your current magistrate, I worked as a deputy circuit clerk for 5 years, giving me the background and experience which led me to file my candidacy for magistrate in 2012 because I knew it would make a difference in the magistrate's office by bringing honesty, integrity, and being impartial, which has given me over 9 years' experience to know how the judicial system operates. I have attended 3 West Virginia State Court conferences to make me a proficient magistrate. For over 3 years, I've served on the board for the North Central Community Corrections, and during this time, I've attended the West Virginia State Drug Conference in Charleston for our drug court system. I do serve on the Pocahontas County Drug Court Treatment Team, collaborating and participating with colleagues to combat the existing drug epidemic problem that plagues our community. As your current magistrate, I presume everyone is innocent until proven guilty by the facts and the evidence presented before me. But if you are found guilty, you will be held accountable. By being a magistrate, to me, is not more than just a job or a title. It's about treating each citizen with respect and making sure justice is served. I am honest and I am fair, and my decisions are always impartial and based upon the facts and sentencing that is implemented by the West Virginia Code that are set before me to exercise at my discretion, implementing to the fullest extent of the law. Serving as a magistrate, I consider my job not to be 9 to 5 or 40 hours a week profession. To me, it's being accessible 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. My office abides by an open door policy where I'm accessible to you, the citizens. While I'm in the general public, you can always approach me and ask me any questions or concerns that you have. I will always have time to listen. I will try to give you my advice within my legal capacity, but we cannot give you legal advice. So from tomorrow all the way up until May the 10th, I ask for your trust and to vote for experience, honesty, integrity, impartiality, and keep me as your elected magistrate. Thank you.